I'm giving myself only 6 hours to make a Five Nights at Freddy's game. You don't want to watch a 6-hour-long video. We all have the attention span of a goldfish. So to keep things interesting, there's going to be a timer in the top left corner of the screen counting down, and it will show the passage of time as I work on each part of the game at an accelerated rate. Like an artist needs a canvas and a toothbrush, a game dev needs a game engine. So I opened Unity and started a new project and called it Freddy Simulator. It was with an empty project staring down at me and a timer ticking down that I realized I don't know anything about FNAF or Five Nights at Freddy's. So I decided to watch the movie that the games are based on for research. And definitely not just because I wanted to procrastinate. Don't forget to drop a like on this video and a comment saying how much you appreciate me doing my thorough research on FNAF. So I've been informed that the movie was actually based on the games and not the other way around, but don't worry guys, I totally knew that already. I wasted enough time with the movie, so to save some time, I found a model of Freddy Fazbear online, and it's mine now. So let's set up animations on Freddy so that we can walk around as him. Click the subscribe button or I'll be sending Freddy after you. The Freddy model was not animating, and I discovered the problem was the rig. I was not about to make my own model, so I ended up just making a new rig for the model. This took up a lot of time, leaving me with only about 3 hours left, half the time, so I saved more time by stealing some of my own movement code from another game I'm making and using it with Freddy. Now we need somewhere for Freddy to walk, so let's get a map. I found a FNAF 1 map online, and it's mine now. But it's some weird file format and it refused to open or do anything in Unity. I tried converting it to a more usable format, but that didn't work. I then did some research and ended up finding a video that explained how to use this file format in Unity, but in the end, all that tutorial and spending time on that did was get me this, which is still not a proper map to use. Unless you're Harry Potter, running into a wall does not generally work out. The wall in this case being this map not working as a problem. So let's walk around this wall and around this problem and just use a different map. This free asylum map was good enough for Taylor Swift in my Taylor Swift game, so it's definitely good enough for Freddy Fazbear, and I decided to use it again for Freddy. At this point, I was thinking the project is cursed. The asylum was immediately nothing but pink, but luckily it was an easy fix. All I had to do was run the render pipeline converter, and no more pink. I wanted to create a unique look for the game, so I made a render texture and I rendered everything through the render texture on a raw image. Through the render texture, I made the pixels sharp, I downscaled the resolution by a lot, and bam, we have a game as ugly and dated as a PS2 game. I learned that the animatronics in FNAF are controlled by the souls of deceased children, and their physical bodies are hidden inside of the robotic contraptions. Basically, they are vengeful spirits. So in my game, instead of being the victim of their revenge, you'll play as Freddy and exact revenge. Next, I took an animation from Mixamo for Freddy's attack, because the whole point is he has to exact revenge, so he needs to attack. I then quickly set up the animations and a brand new script for clicking the left mouse button to trigger the attack. Now we needed someone for Freddy to actually exact his revenge on. Man character 80s. Seems perfect. Definitely not using this just because it's free. To truly revenge someone, I felt like they need to ragdoll. So I set up a ragdoll on the 80s character so that when Freddy attacks him, he can ragdoll. I was gonna set up cameras in the style of the original FNAF game that you as Freddy would need to avoid in order to get to the person you're extracting revenge on, but time's up. So this is my game in 6 hours, my FNAF game. If you want more game dev, click the video on the screen.